Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So what I have here is a lineup of every single harvester that the game is offering for the carrots, parsnips, red beets, the DLC. We got all the DLC tractors plus a couple of the new special edition case tractors. There's only two of them, so they both are the harvester. I'm also going to bring out, I got some Vultras because we need some higher horsepower to run this combo that I found out you can either run this by itself and then run that, or if you have a big enough tractor, you can do this. I'm running the tractor backwards, by the way, you'll see, to seed. And over here we have another seed, larger seeder. This hiller takes a lot of horsepower, so it's like 260 or 250. So I've put it on a 300 horsepower blacked out Vultra. And so here we have the larger seeder also, so we're going to use that. We're going to spray. We're going to do everything we can to get a nice finished 3 crops on these 3 fields. We're going to do all 3 of the new fruits, see what they look like. Veggies, fruits, whatever. And this, wait here. So these 3 fields. So the first thing we need to do is plow these fields. Thank you for the sub, by the way. So I'm going to go ahead to the shop, grab a plow and get that done. I'll be back. So for those of you on YouTube, we're going to check the menu here and see the planting schedule because these fields are ready to go. We cultivated them and they gave us 100% and it gave us ready to plant. So that's where we're at. So we're ready to plant. So I need to do that. But first, we're going to take a look. Where did I go to do this? Hang on. So looking at our planting, nothing can be planted until April. So we're going to have to just bypass winter. So I'll be back in a little bit for those of you on YouTube. We're going to go ahead and bypass the winter. And I'll catch up with you once we're done. All right, we've arrived with seed to our seeder. We're going to fill up the seeder. That was weird. We're really far away now. And come on over here. And we're going to pick up carrots. So we'll start with the carrots. All right. So we got them both on. Once again, you need a ridiculously large tractor to do these small implement things. I was thinking one would go on the front and one on the back, but that's not how it ended up panning out. So here we go. That's about right. So we're putting down them carrots. And I'm thinking for overlap, it probably just automatically lines up with the others. So let me see. Should theoretically do this. Yeah. Too much. Steering's kind of rough when you start it. Once you start, the steering is a little bit all over the place. Oh, a little bit off there. All right, so I'm going to continue doing this. Those of you on YouTube, hang out. I'll be back. All right, so I am almost done here with this field. And that was pretty quick, actually. It took us about 5 minutes to get the whole field done. Now, granted, it is a small field, but this planting actually goes pretty quick. And we've only used a very small amount of seed. So now in the next field, we're going to use the larger hiller, and then we have to go back and seed after. You can't do it both. You can't do the same. It's not mounted like this one, so you have to do it one part at a time. So we're going to go ahead and grab this hiller, and we're going to do the other 2 fields, and then we'll seed them. But the other one, you can do hill and then seed, or both at the same time. This one, we're just hilling, and then we have to go back and seed. There you go. Yeah, 2 million. So the fields are definitely, the hillers don't necessarily line up with the fields. You can see they get a little bit off. It's more of it, and then it just draws the texture on, like, oh yeah, this is where you kind of are. Okay. Neat device though, but this one also takes a really big tractor, so. All right, here's the last row. Went really quick actually with this big thing. The downside is it requires 250 horsepower. So that takes us out of our small farm play element, but if you're doing a larger field than this, we did both of these fields in about 10 minutes or less. If you have a larger set of fields or larger field, then this becomes very useful. And you should have a bigger tractor if you're doing that kind of work. So, oops, I'm way off course. It doesn't seem to matter though. The pattern is the pattern. It goes where it goes. You can't screw that up. So, it doesn't work like a real life hiller where we'd make some really crooked hills if we were doing it by hand like this. Alrighty. You can see there we've already chipped a lot of paint off this thing. Oh no, maybe that's just how it goes, but I think that's what that is. So, here's how this one works. It unfolds. Development says there's a crazy amount of deer getting hit. Yes, 'tis the season. Right about now, they're in their mating season, and so I think they call it like their rut. Thank you, Meeks. I appreciate that. And so when the deers are in rut, they tend to pay less attention to what's going on around them and just care about mating, and so then they get run over because they're too busy trying to, well, you know. The nice thing about the cedar is, so once you get these rows hilled in, seems like it plants 3 at a time, so you're going to put your nose on the 3, like right there. And I went too far. Right about there. And then lower the cedar. And, oh, okay, so we're pretty close. Within like 2 to 3 hours of driving time, we can be into each other's states. Though I'm on the other side of Ohio, so. Looking at other things besides grain. Nice to see someone else doing it to know how to do it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's these are going to follow the same pattern as the potatoes and the sugar beets. More so the potatoes. Now the potatoes, we've never had a hiller for the potatoes. They're always built into the cedars that we have. So that's a little bit of a new thing. What's up, rank 29? So that took half of our seeds to do a little bit less to do the red beets. Now we're going to pick parsnips, and then we'll come back. I'm going to show the map off, though, so Christopher can see it. So we're going to take a real quick map tour, and we'll be right back, folks, on YouTube. All right, you folks on YouTube, we're back. We have finished planting parsnips. That is this field here. Now I need to fertilize it, so we're going to grab the new giant fertilizer and bring it over, self-propelled even. And we'll just spray them twice, so parsnips, the longer you leave them in the ground, the sweeter they get. Okay, interesting. I don't know anything about parsnips. They have a sweeter taste, especially when cooked. So I probably wouldn't like them because I don't like sweet potatoes either. Raw carrots are good. I like raw carrots. Yeah, it makes me want to try them, actually, just to try them. I don't know if I would like them, but yeah, this is all new stuff. There's all the Zetter tractors. This is the case stuff from the case. Yep, there it all is. All right, I'll be back. All right, we've got our monster size fertilizer, and we are gonna put some spray down. We're gonna spray down the boogie and spray this funky field till it dies. Till it dies. Why wouldn't that fertilize it? It's almost like it was made for these fields, right? That's interesting. Didn't fertilize. And I don't have precision farming installed. Yeah, I don't. I was double checking the map to see if it was. I don't know why that didn't take. Yes, this is the new map, Mr. Micah. This is Zai, whatever it is. Zylonka. It's the new map with the new DLC. So the parsnips are growing, and they're growing happily. We're going to try to fertilize them again. We have red beets. Oh, look at the leaves on those. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You said that is one tiny headland. Yeah. That would work, developmenter. And weeds are growing on this field. Yuck. So we're going to have to spray and weed this field. Dang it. That's okay, though. So let's get these sprayed. Let's see where this comes out. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. So for some reason, and I don't know if that's maybe broken, but I'll have to go to the bug reporting and put that in there that I can't seem to spray the crops. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be, but I know they spray potatoes, so yeah, that did nothing. Love and charity. Is this going to fertilize this field? We could have just gone right up the middle. Look at that. It has the reach. You've got the reach. And it doesn't look like it worked. Nope. I don't know. I give up. I'm not sure why. Now, don't forget, we came to these with 100% fertilization, and then they went to 0. So that doesn't make any sense, and I don't know why that happened, but they're just not working for some reason. Maybe you can't fertilize these crops, but that doesn't seem to be possible. In my head, I don't know. But so there's an issue there. I'm not sure what's going on, but let's go ahead and grow these crops and move towards harvestation. All right, so these are some of the growing stages. This is obviously looking, I think they look about the same. I don't know that they'll ever look much different, though. I mean, they're carrots, right? So, yeah, it's not coming out that end. It's coming out the other end. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. It's going to be quite difficult to do while I'm driving. Nope, no fertilization. So I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, I apologize, guys. It's not working, so that's annoying. Edit. Yep, we tried fertilizing again after the second stage or second month, and it's still not working. So for those of you on YouTube, that's what happened there. Yeah, so I don't know. I can't fertilize the fields. That's weird. Yeah. Yeah, so here on month 3, we definitely have more fluff on top of the carrots. They are very fluffy looking. Are they? What do they say? This is July. They're still in the growing stage. And these are the red beets. These are in the growing stage. We didn't keep all the puppies. We kept 2 of the puppies. These are parsnips. They are still in the growing stage, but they're definitely growing, and that's cool. They grow each day or each month. So that's pretty neat. I'm thinking I'm probably going to try another pass. Let's try another pass of fertilizer and see if it works. I have my doubts, but there haven't really been any weeds either, though, and that's kind of weird. They only grew a little bit on this field, but they didn't grow on the other 2 fields. So it's kind of a mystery why things aren't working the way they're supposed to. I'm not sure if that's something that needs to be fixed, but like I said, you can't use regular fertilizer with grapes and olives. So I'm wondering if maybe they changed it and they require fertilizing beforehand, like slurry or something. And then you can't fertilize them with solid or liquid once they're growing. So it has to be done first. I don't know. Nope, didn't take. So it's good to know. Okay, next day. All right, so we find ourselves in August. So really 3 days to grow. They're pretty fast growing. And this is true in real life. It does the same thing. So here we go. They are ready to harvest today. So we're going to go ahead and get the harvester started. Yes, I did try liquid fertilizer and that didn't work either. These are red beets. Look at some of the leaves die. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's something I can think, but yeah, they look good. And then here's the parsnips also ready to harvest. So let's go ahead and grab a harvester. I have no way to collect these. I just realized that. What am I going to put these beets in? Or things. We need 3 tippers. Dang, what was I thinking? I'll be right back, folks. I'm going to get that set up. All right, so we're back at the field here. For those of you that are on stream, I apologize for I feel much better this morning. Let's get this video done. So I'm going to unfold this, and we're going to do some... Oh, this is the double row. So this is, I think, the larger one. And there's a pipe out. This might carry some on board. I'm interested to see... Oh, you have to unfold the pipe before you harvest. Okay, there's that. So somebody suggested that the follow me mod might be a way to fix this. Like if you only have you. I might want to put the harvester down. Oops. All right, let's try this and see. Or maybe it just dumps on the ground. I don't know. We'll have to see. I might suggest a tractor with thinner tires. Oh. Is it leaving piles on the ground? No. Yeah. So, hey, what's up, wifey? This early in the morning, you might be the only one on. I notice how my wife calls me monkey boy. All right, so that definitely is a harvest only with friends. So that kind of stinks. Right now we can't use that. I'll have to get the follow me mod. Maybe we'll try that later or on the series when I do it. But good morning, Josh. Hello, Mr. Moogs. Mr. Muggs. But yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, so now we know that this harvester needs to have a second person or follow me mod. So that's going to be interesting, but that's how that works. All right. That is correct. I promised everybody that we would have this done today, so I need to get this going. I feel much better today. Thank you guys for being patient with me yesterday. It was pretty rough. Last night was rough. I feel much better now, as my wife will attest. This morning I was my chipper self. I'm actually gonna pop this tractor off because it's got the wide tires and we'll end up running the crop over. Okay, so this one is I'm harvesting by myself, and unfortunately it's not a double row, it's a single row, so you have to work harder. Hey, what's up, Canadian James? Good morning, D. Powell. Yeah, I feel much better, thank you. Let's see here. I need to get our menu open, and we're gonna pick, let's see, full top lifting, lower top lifting harvester, turn harvester on, and load boxes. Oh no, we don't want to do that. We're gonna buy new boxes. Yes, there we go. So there's 4 boxes on there. You can either automatically do it or do it if you want to really role play. You can load them by hand yourself. So, oh, poor Louie. That sucks. So this is the carrot topper. That's pretty neat. And oh look, I wasn't sure how fast these crates would fill, but it'd be interesting to see how many, like on this field, how many boxes do we need? And then you'll know in the future how many you need to buy ahead of time. So should we go up and down? I think you probably go up and down. That's probably the best way to do it. So 1 row, oh man, so like 2 rows fill up a box. That's kind of crazy. So there's our first box. We'll fill this whole thing up because we got a lot to harvest, so. This is going to be a long stream. That's right, Sharky boy. At the rate these carrots are going. I lifted it. It's hitting the ground. So I'm interested if it just pops them off, if it just pops the carrot box off the back, how that works. That's what I'm curious to see. We'll find out in a minute here. I don't know that it does. It may not. Good morning, rural pilots. It doesn't look like it does. It's going to the next box, interestingly enough. We're harvesting the field, harvesting the field. So that's what it looks like when you're harvesting carrots. Oh, I'm double rowing it. That sucks. I don't want to do that. But we're getting more at a time, but it's not very realistic. And you know how I am about that stuff. That makes me bats. Oh, they shifted. That's pretty sweet. Top lifting harvester. Lower, turn on harvester, unload boxes. There we go. Sweet. That's pretty cool. Lift platform. And then you just buy more boxes or load more boxes on. Now, when if I do a role play with this, I'll probably end up hand loading the boxes because that's more realistic. So, but there you go. There's a group of 4 boxes. That's pretty neat. So that works. All right. So let's try. I want to see how the hiring the worker goes. So we're going to go pull this over. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Okay, well, that's pretty neat. I mean, we can, for sure. But I'll be doing, this is not going to be the multiplayer map, but we can definitely add carrots and stuff in, because, look, they're carrot chunks. They're like carrot kibble. And this will unload. That's cool. It'll finish up the loading. Good morning, Twisted Diesel. Speaking of Twisted Diesels. I mean, the problem is we're going to run over the crop. So this is not very realistic here with this harvesting, but it is, that's how they do it. If you want to use these and you want to use a worker. So it works. Follow me would be the other option, and you could have a follower follow you properly and not run the crop over. There's this truck killing the crop, but apparently they're not being killed by being run over. So that's pretty cool. There you go. Harvest 4 at a time. There you go. I am feeling better today, Mohawk. Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment because yesterday was a little rough. I was not feeling great. The carrot texture, yeah. Grab the next harvester, which this one is this one has a hopper, so we should be able to just harvest by it. This is another one that you can harvest by yourself, so. Yeah, probably would crush some of them. So we need to unfold these. And it gets 2 rows at a time, which once again is not realistic, but I missed some. Yeah, so that one's nice because it allows you to collect the carrots and not have to have somebody running alongside of you. Right, single row still gets 2 rows, right? You can also pull carrots out of the, because I don't know that you really actually get 2 rows because it looks like I'm still, like they missed some. So I'm having to go over an empty spot again, so. True, that is true. If you want to go over the crop. That's how they spray them. They go between rows with the row wheel. They have row tires that they use. Oh no, okay, there we go. That's pipe out. Okay. So it raises it up so it's high enough that it can get over the machine. And then we can go over here, and that's pretty good clearance. No, and that's why I said I shouldn't be using mods, because people are going to get confused. That mod, it's a Zill mod. It's in the mod hub, I think. I think it's part of the Farm Sim mod hub. And it comes with a semi-truck version and also I don't want to say pickup truck, but like a dump truck version. And it's pretty cool. It's actually not a bad mod. Oops. All right. So you can see that's how that works. We're going to go ahead and pull this over here. And yeah, it is. I would honestly probably use the dumper bed, though. There's a trailer. I think this is more probably prototypical of potato work, like using the Demco side dump or maybe this cramp. I don't know. I don't know. Never done veggies, but it works. It's fine. So we're going to size down again. This time we're going to have a very little tractor. We're going to fold this bad boy, and then we need to buy, this is the one that has, we need to buy a new box. Yep. And then we get another one. All right. And we're going to turn on the top lifting harvester and lower it. If you want to do it old-fashioned way, and this is a good way to have the camera view, like you can see what you're doing, because there's the harvester. You can see the pins right there, so you can know where to keep it. Yeah, so I go there. I go to QT for my oil for gas. I just found it a couple months ago. It's right down by where my wife works, so when I need gas, I just go to Quick Trip. I'm so lazy. Like, pump my gas for me, please. There's that. The box is halfway full. Now, there's still carrots in this. You can see here the dirt doesn't have any like carrot chaff on it, so we can do this here. It's grabbing too much. But yeah, see, we're getting carrots off that. The one that I go to does, yeah, she said there's 4 of them in the area that do that. So, not all Quick Trips do, but the one that I have, the one that we go to does. And this is why, I know people are like, single row harvesting, this is why you would use small fields to do this. You don't want to make a giant field full of carrots unless you have that $600,000 harvester, $700,000 harvester, because it's going to be a nightmare. This is fine for small fields and small farm. Oh, the box is full. All right. Let's see. Lower top lifting harvester. No. Yep. And then unload boxes. Boop. There you go. So we drop the top. Then we're going to buy another box. Yep. So the pallets are cool, but they cost. It's no longer free. Where pallets used to be free in the game, now you got to pay. A lot of people, you know, I know, like with the Volvo thing, a lot of people were like, "If I wish you could just buy each piece of equipment separately for like $1." You know what I mean? Or buy them in a pack. Because there's lots of things that, like, in this pack, for me personally, like, there's a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily just buy. Crop. Yeah, that tractor is part of that new DLC, which I think is worthwhile. Anyway. A lot of people were thinking it'd be nice if we could have each mod separately, you know, and then just pay $1 for each. Or if you wanted the whole kit, then you can buy the whole kit. But I think that's a neat idea. Price per 1,000 is about $200 to $300, depending on the season that you sell. We could take a real quick look at it. It's a good question. Yeah, they're not very much money, which is typical of root crops. You get a lot of them, but you don't get tons of money. There we go. Red beets, yeah, $2.29. Carrots are $2.50. Parsnips are $2.29. We're going to show price fluctuations. Seems like they can go right up to $300. Yeah, $277, $302, $300. So best sell. There's two. The nice thing about these is it looks like they peak 2 or 3 times a year. So that's nice. You can sell them either in January or in June. The best prices in June, second best prices in January. So that's pretty cool. Hi, Big Ron. Good to see you. But if you make soup, now here you go. So you can make soup if you own the factory. Who eats parsnip soup? Interesting. Potato soup, red beet soup, parsnip, and carrot, and triple. So you can make potatoes too. We don't have potatoes though. Or we can do, and here we have preserved beetroot. These are a little bit less money. The factory is probably costing less. You can make potato chips now? What? That's cool. That's new. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So potatoes have gotten a boost too. So there's new things you can make with potatoes. But there you go. Once again, the truck is a mod, and that's why I usually try not to use mods, because immediately people were like, oh, is that part of it? No, unfortunately, the truck is a mod. It is not part of the DLC. Oh, he's dumping all... See, that's all wasted. I should have waited. He just dumped that all over the ground, so... Let's go ahead and grab this and head out to the field. So the case DLC is available now. I don't think you have to wait until Tuesday for that one. I think that one's up and available. But this DLC is not available until Tuesday. And that would be appropriate for a song. Hush, hush, keep it down now. Voices carry. Till Tuesday, get it? All right. So here's the 4-row harvester at work. And I'm gonna hire a worker so that we can actually watch the animations here. All right, Twisted Diesel. You'll see some of this on YouTube. I'm going to edit it a little bit, but... All right, worker. Oh, he's not going to go unless somebody sits next to him. So does that mean that this harvester doesn't have a hopper? This may not have a hopper, guys. I'm curious. Let's see what happens. It doesn't have a hopper. Oh, Lord. It's just going to dump out on the ground. Oh. Okay, so you got to take somebody with you when you do this. That's kind of awkward, different. So really this thing is meant for, you got to have a truck to go with you. Yep, that's... interesting. Aha! There we go. Killian for the save. There we go. So there. Now you can get it to unload on the ground. Okay, so I think if that's the case, then the other one should be able to do that too. Which means you have to pick him up with a shovel, which is a pain. But that allows 3 work modes then. You can palletize, you can dump on the ground, or you can load. So thank you, Killian. That's a good tip there. So does that the same for the sugar? See, now I haven't done a lot of root crops in this version, so that's cool. All right. Unfold top lifting harvester A. There we go. Okay. Weird. Okay, turn it on. They don't all have it. Okay, so that's cool. So you can dump the carrots on the ground. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that you could do it that way. I've never done that, so. Now we know that yes, we have no bananas. I mean, that makes a big mess for you, though, because then you got to shovel all that up. Or use a... you can't really move the belts, though, so that kind of makes it so that you have to... All right, so that one works. Does this have it? It does. It has an unload here. Okay, so now they all do. That's good. Okay. So Big Ron and Killian are the ones who inspired that move, and that's a good move because it works. So now we know if you're starting new, and because this is the harvester they give you. They don't give you the one with the pallets. And so you can just dump it on the ground. You don't have to hire a worker, but you can hire a worker. Then you turn the unload here off. That's pretty cool. So this is a nice harvester. Definitely an upgrade, but it's so expensive. I think the unloading is off. Did I turn that off? Stop unloading. Unload here. Okay, why is it not unloading? That's not good. It stopped unloading. Maybe I don't unload that, or don't unload. Maybe I don't own that field. Okay, it's because I don't own. Okay, if you don't own the field, you got to be careful. This one's dumping over into the next door field, and I lost all the crop. So that sucks. That sounds good. I want breakfast. I'm hungry. So that's not going to work. Okay, I need to fold this then and parsnip on the ground. So gotta be careful. So you gotta be careful. If you don't own the field next to you, it's gonna dump off and disappear. So, thanks, Big Ron. Yeah, so that's how that works. Thanks, guys. That's a cool addition to be able to dump it on the ground. Not that that makes a big mess, but it's one way to handle it. We've made a huge mess. Yeah. So but anyway, I think for YouTube, we've gotten what we need. People have seen the different crops and how the equipment works. And that was my goal. So if you're watching on YouTube, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as we learned how to harvest several different ways. You can either put it in a trailer, dump it on the ground, or put it in pallets, depending on which equipment you buy. And so if you have a side, there's two machines that are made for the pallets. The rest can either do the side dump or the ground dump. And you just got to be careful not to dump onto ground that's not yours because you'll lose it. That's, I think that pretty much sums it up. So have a great day. Be sure to subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, we will be streaming later this evening. And I'm going to continue the stream now, but I just want to let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.